Good afternoon, Houston. This is attorney Anthony Push from the Push & Win Law Firm, wishing you all a safe drive home. But in the event you do get involved in an accident, you know who to call. 833-PUSH-WIN. We push, you win.
Happy Monday. Not so happy, right? Most people are like, it's a sad Sunday.
Especially last week. It was a 4-day work week.
Yeah, because at least we had, we learned last week that it takes you 4 days to recover from a 3-day weekend.
Oh, it does?
Yeah. So right when you get back to it, it's like Friday already. You got to win the weekend.
This is a shock to the system for me. This is my first show back in I think 9 days.
So then it's really like, wow, it's like vacation.
Yeah.
It was not vacation, I can tell you that.
You look pretty tan. I don't know. Did anyone
your
see
face
photos?
all red.
I'm all red. I went outside yesterday, and I finally got in the pool. I mean,
did you put Crisco on your face?
no, I think it's all the meds I was on, because I had COVID, and I got all red. I was only out in the pool for about 20 minutes.
You have goggles on?
Yeah. I did have goggles
it's
on.
white around the eyes. But
Brian looks like the Hamburglar.
Yeah, the Hamburglar.
Yeah, I know. I went outside and 20 minutes later. Probably because I'm on all these meds. You're not supposed to be in the sun. It made me turn red really quick.
Oh,
and
man.
I was like, ugh.
That's not good.
No bueno. Okay, so medical researchers have found that Monday is the day that there's so many reasons why we cannot stand Monday. It's really no different from Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. However, it's most stressful because of the things you have to do. It's the beginning of your work week. And they say Monday's also the day people feel they're least attractive. And I quote, according to this, if you don't feel fugly this morning, that's a good thing.
It's a win.
Monday can be the day you can, focus on your goals, but it is the day you feel your fattest. People feel they're fat. Well, I guess we say the thickest. On a Monday.
It's the weekend.
Maybe because of the weekend,
more.
you overindulged in things, or you were like, well, it's my cheat day, 72 beers later, or whatever you ate or drank. But that's why Monday tends to be the crappy day.
Sounds like
ooh.
somebody's got a case of the Mondays.
It's really no different than other days. However, it's like your reset week, focus to push through your work.
Or a lot of times people blow off Friday. They do half-ass work. I know you do that. A lot of people listening. I see your cars out there 1 o'clock.
Just phoning it in.
I'm like,
ever
how's
have
the traffic this bad? I'll at least
If we're
buy a
going to
whole
lunch
day.
on a Friday at 12, it's that busy.
Do you ever
not
feel
going back
that way?
to the office.
Because we keep really strange hours, and I'm sitting in a horrible traffic jam at 11 o'clock in the morning on a Friday. I'm like, don't you people have jobs?
No,
why are there so many people on the roads?
They get there at 9, and then they go to lunch at 11.
And they're like,
They come back around 12, just... All right. That was good.
3 o'clock, I'm out.
4:40, I'm done.
Oh, there's no question about it. On Fridays in Houston, the workday does not end at 5 o'clock. Not even close. It's a bad traffic jam, usually by 3 p.m.
Yeah, before that now.
Well,
Yeah,
I don't know.
it's totally earlier.
2 p.m.
Yeah, and also I don't know how much has changed with post-COVID world where people aren't at home for all the work days, but maybe they're like, I can do this from home.
And they get
I'm gonna check out early today.
That's true. They get away with it. They can say, I'll do this from home. And they leave
log
early.
into my computer at home.
Ah.
But they're not doing anything.
I saw this one, the best cities for runners, but I'm not going to focus on that part. San Francisco, New York, San Diego, Portland, Oakland, L.A., that they're in the top. Mm-hmm. But this one is the worst cities for running, and Pasadena. You're right there.
Pasadena?
Get
not
down,
Pasadena,
Dina.
California.
Nope.
Pasadena, Texas.
Pasadena right here.
Where are you going to
guys-
run? Spencer Highway?
I think because of the air quality they're counting.
You're going to choke to death.
I
Worst
guess.
city for running.
But they put them as them and Amarillo and Ontario, California. I don't know where that is, but
That's weird.
Nope. I know where Pasadena is.
Most
though.
people
but we
seeing
know
that
that's right down the
list
street.
would not know where Pasadena, Texas is, and they'd wonder, what part of Texas is that? And they'd see we're close to Houston. And you would think that sometimes just because they would default to say, well, Houston. Well, no, because Houston and Pasadena are different, and the air quality is different.
Killeen, Texas.
Killeen,
I know where
okay.
Killeen is, yeah.
That's last for running access. They don't have enough places to run.
Oh,
Trails
okay.
and stuff.
And then Surprise, Arizona. That's a cute name.
Surprise.
has the worst quality of running.
You know what?
Air.
Before I was a mother, while I had babies, and even now as my kids grow, I still think about that thing I always wish existed. When I would go to Memorial Park and I would see parents there with their jogging stroller and their babies, I was always thinking, because I tried to fast walk with my kids, and you want your arms to be free, but you got to at least have one hand to guide the jogging stroller. And I thought, God, why can't somebody make some kind of contraption that's like some kind of contraption that's kind of hard and it goes around your waist, but not constricting enough to hurt you. And then it's connected to just steer that stroller so you could have your arms free, and the stroller's not going rogue onto Memorial Drive or
It'd
something.
be hard to keep.
Like they
how
don't
far
have
apart would
anything.
that be? You'd have to keep it like a foot apart.
Or not even. It's like kind of like right there, almost like your belly is
Now you're
touching
gonna
it
run
the
like
whole
that,
time.
you feel weird. It wouldn't be natural. It's like running with a shopping cart and not
Yes.
holding on to it.
Yeah.
Yes.
They can
So
do that.
of all the things they have created for parents to do things with their kids, the
They have
jogging
them-
stroll to
they have them,
suspension.
Roula.
What is it? What is it called?
I don't know. There's a bunch of different names, but Zeno hands, Zeno hands.
Okay.
If you look it up, it goes around your waist.
It's not zero hands.
You could pull them, like you can pull them behind you. You could do it that way.
But see, that
rickshaw?
freaks me out behind
Hey, you
me.
want to see them?
I want
All of a
them in
sudden,
front of
somebody
me.
Yeah, you don't want them
fast takes your
behind
baby,
you.
and then you don't.
You're jogging
Okay,
for
I
like
see.
half
This
an hour.
is-
Your kids
How
been
would
going.
you not feel that? You would feel
You
like
want-
How do people get
someone
stolen?
takes
They get
it.
their-
How do people forget
What?
and leave their kids in the car?
Yeah, they get their watch stolen. They
Or
get
I'd
their
be more
wallet
worried
stolen.
about something like if it goes rogue and I can't see that the child is like tilting to the side,
your kid
or
passes you.
a
You're like-
rock gets like
over to the
popped
left.
in their face or something. So this is okay. It's a website called Cybex. CYBEX is where I found one of the contraptions. I think you guys have seen this on the back of bikes, where it's not really like a stroller, but they put two kids in there and it's low with a mesh, and they can attach it to
Yeah.
the back of the bike.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of the same thing, but now this thing is a
surprised they
contraption.
haven't done
I
it
want
like-
the kid in front of me. I
Like
want
a sidecar. You ever see a motorcycle that has a sidecar?
Yeah.
Well, then you can't go
Yeah.
down the path. Then you're too wide. But the
Right.
other thing is, if the kid's behind you and you hit a puddle, doesn't that splash up from the
That's
back?
what I'm saying. I don't want that. I need my my Bob jogging stroller needs to be in front of me, and the contraption has to be on me so I can steer the kid with my waist while I'm trying to walk with
would-
my arms.
You'd look ridiculous if you did that.
You would look really
I would
silly.
love to watch that.
I just can't believe in all the $1 million ideas.
Now, Roula,
Nobody's thought of that yet.
does your dog like give you like little doggy kisses when you come home?
Oh my God, y'all. Charlie tries to kill me when I come home. She's
I
so
love
excited.
that.
She jumps so high, she can get all the way up to my shoulder. I'm like, Charlie, boundaries. Like, with my hands are always full. So I need her to, like, I'm excited. She's excited, but she's trying to, like, take down my shoulder while I'm holding stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Charlie, boundaries, wait. And then I can bend over and give her all the love. And then she rolls around my ankles like she's a cat.
Yeah.
She likes to be, like, right around my
Doggy
ankles.
kisses are the best, and now scientists have determined this is it. I mean, it's really simple. A lot of times I think, oh, I must have something on my skin. Maybe the dog's licking the salt off my skin, but usually it is just dog kisses. Doggy kisses are a way for them to feel better. It releases endorphins. It calms and relieves them. It gives them, a stress relief, and they really do enjoy giving you kisses.
I don't know. My dog liked lady lotion. Whenever girls came to the house, she would always go after, nicely
Smell
lotioned up
good,
legs.
and she try and lick it.
Yeah, just like
Wait, why?
really intense.
She's over there. Oh, a girl's over here. What?
Yes. Whoa.
Is the girls being here?
It makes so much
what good
sense now.
Take me with you.
I think didn't they say you said submissive, right?
Well, yeah, when
some
they're
dogs,
adults, sometimes licking is a sign of submission to an authority figure. But dog kisses are also a way for the pet to feel better. Licking releases those endorphins. Love is a drug.
You ever get when you take your dog to the groomer and they come back and like really saying they jump on you and then their nails like you got shorts on. They're like
Oh my God! Yesterday I was telling the gang
dude,
off
just
the
cut the
air,
nails.
Houston,
They
that
usually file them down, soften them.
I feel like they get harder.
I still think they're
Yeah.
harder because they're fresh.
Yes.
my neighbors who are super dog people told us that we have to get our dog, Charlie Girl, for those that don't know, she's a golden doodle I got from Canine Angels Rescue. Shout out to you guys. That we have to put her in the pool to make her learn how to swim just in case one day she falls in and she has to know what she's doing. Well, my daughter now is like slashed and thrashed from her claws.
Yeah.
Because she was holding her while, Charlie's like, what's happening?
Yeah, you got to let them loose.
Yeah, you hold them to the
She
side
is
and
everywhere
let them swim to
slashed.
the end.
And then I was like, honey, you can't. I mean, this is bad. Like, this is really bad. Like, he's in the US born or something. This is bad how much you've been slashed. Like, all in her upper arms, all in her forearms, all in her neck, all
You
in her
can't hold
chest.
them in the pool.
No,
the first
you got
time.
to let them go.
Well, because she didn't want to let her go because she knew that she didn't know how to swim. It's like putting a, put a
Dogs
baby
know how
in
to
the pool.
swim.
let
Yeah,
her-
they'll fit that.
Let
What do
them
you call that?
sink a little
What do you
bit.
call that ledge? Like I've got that ledge where it's only like about 3 inches deep. It's I think
Like a
sometimes
sun deck.
like
It's
a sun deck,
yeah.
where people put
Sun
like
shelf.
chairs.
It's called a sun shelf.
So my dog's walking in that, and she loves it. The first time I moved into that house, and she's walking along that, and just loves getting her feet wet and everything. All of a sudden, she just goes right off the edge. She just, whoop, whoop. It's like, oh my god!
Did she get back though?
Yeah, she's able to swim. I mean, I taught her how to swim like a long time
I mean,
ago.
because I
but
just think it's
shocked the hell
how
out
do
of her.
they know where the stairs are? That's
You
why
have to
to
guide.
train them.
You have to train them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the kids would put her in yesterday,
Yeah.
and they would
Just help
get her
her
to
guide.
swim, and she would get to the edge, but she couldn't get up because she was like 5 inches off from the stairs and she wasn't realizing
You gotta
it.
call
so they
them.
kept like pulling her over.
Charlie, over here, come here, or have the ball in the hand, or have the treat in the hand, so that you can guide them over. Sometimes you have to physically guide them over and let their feet feel that area, and then do it over and over again until they know how to get
Muscle
out.
memory.
Dogs are like husbands. It's pretty easy. Give us treats. Give us something over here. We'll come over here. Okay.
Oh, man. Okay, coming up next, we are going to help somebody out with this. Is it a panic button?
Ahmad says it's a panic button.
Okay.
We got this after the show Friday, so.
Listener line panic button, which means somebody left us a message at 713-278-VENT. That's 8368. And then I say, I'm panicking. I need you. I'm hitting the panic button. That means you go front of the line versus like a regular group therapy where you send us an email and say, hey, can you help me out with this? Panic button. What's the panic about? We'll find out next on the Roula and Ryan Show.
I'm William Shatner. I've been around a long time, but I'm truly humbled when I see the real battles our brave, paralyzed veterans have faced defending our freedom. And when they come home,
I had just come home from serving over in Germany. Next thing I know, it was 3 weeks later. I was paralyzed.
While parachuting with my platoon, my parachute didn't open, and I broke my neck. It left me paralyzed for the rest of my life.
I was on a routine patrol, and we were in the desert of Kuwait, and the vehicle flipped and landed on top of me, which left me paralyzed from the waist down.
okay, folks, this is heroism. That's why I'm proud to support Paralyzed Veterans of America, because they've kept their promise to never leave a fallen soldier behind. A roof over their heads, accessible homes and cars, jobs, benefits.
PVA has brought me back to life.
Show them their sacrifice hasn't been in vain. Go to PVA.org to learn how you can make a difference.
We stand on the shoulders of women who came before us.
Women who fought for their own financial futures.
And now it's our turn.
Join us. Visit WeSaySaveIt.org and take control of your financial future by saving for retirement.
A message from AARP and the Ad Council.
104.1 KRBE. It's the Roula and Ryan Show. It is the summer of 2023. Everybody getting in this contest. Everybody is qualified for $10,000.
So we do it 3 times a day, 820, 120, 520, and every time it's something really fun. 4 tickets to watch the Sugarland Space Cowboys up for grabs today with the text word free. We call you back if you're texter 104. Leslie, congratulations. That's you.
Thank you so much.
Hey, congratulations.
Hey, thank you for listening. You are on your way to a Space Cowboys game, and now you're a finalist for $10,000.
Good luck.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Sounds so clear.
No, that line, phone line.
It's like you're
we get
in
them all
my
the time
ear.
now.
It's throwing me off.
I know. It sounds like you're in the studio
It's
with
like
us.
almost like you're Zooming with us.
Hang on a second,
Wi-Fi
Leslie.
phones. It's cool.
Yeah.
I know, it is really
Okay.
weird. I didn't know until these phones
Hold on.
happened that you could do Wi-Fi calling on your, like if you turn that on, it's very
It sounds like the person's like right in the room.
That's how it should be, right?
Yeah.
Don't you think technology should have changed?
I know, we should have
already.
updated by now. So just like Leslie, you could be the next winner at 120 and then 520 the summer of 2020. Free $10,000 up for grabs at the end of the summer.
You've got a problem. Please don't panic. Hit Roula and Ryan's panic button.
Please give me the answer.
On KRBE.
All right, the listener line number is 713-278-VENT. If you're really having a pressing matter, like, oh, God, I have to have this handled right away, then let us know it's a panic button.
On a Friday, Ahmad came to us. It's like, hey, I got a panic button. Like, well,
is it about you, Ahmad?
Show's over. Hopefully it can be dealt with today.
So I haven't heard it. I have no idea. He just said, if you want it, we can play it.
Well, it was
okay.
left at 713-278-VENT. In case you don't have that in your contacts, you can leave it there all the time, and let's hear that call.
Hey, guys. So I have a friend who a couple years ago when I was having some hard times, she helped me out. She took me in and provided me shelter for a couple months while I got on my feet, and it was very helpful. And, you know, we're a couple years down the line, and now, unfortunately, she's fallen on some hard times, and I didn't even hesitate to bring her into my home, and she's been staying with me. And for some reason, she got tangled in with my neighbor, my college-age neighbor, and he's kind of like over our place all the time, and she brings him over for dinner, and I come in and they're having like date night on my couch, and I don't like it. It's like having a third roommate, and she doesn't really pay any bills or help out around the house, so it's just kind of uncomfortable having him there. And the other night, obviously for safety reasons, we're 2 women living alone, I deadbolted the door just to kind of, secure my home and give her a hint like, hey, I don't want anyone here tonight. Unfortunately, she became really upset, moved her stuff out, and now she just moved in with the neighbor. And I see her car in the, parked in the neighborhood, and I run into her in the hallway every now and then, and it's just super uncomfortable. So I'm just panicking, like, did I overreact? Did I do something wrong? And I'm sad that I'm kind of losing an important friendship. So I'd love your opinion on this, guys. Thank you.
You did nothing wrong. I mean, I think a lot of us have been in a situation like that before. I had a roommate right out of college, and he did the same thing. He helped. It wasn't somebody he was dating, but he was helping another friend of his. Next thing I know, I've got like two roommates. There's three of us in there, and this guy's not paying for anything. So you've got to stand your ground. You've got to say, no. I'm giving you an inch, and you're taking a mile.
It is nature. It is very natural for women, especially. Guys don't think this way a lot of times. Women always feel like, gosh, I'm sorry. Is it my fault that you're mad at me? But even though you would rather smash yourself down than have somebody else feel bad. And even though they're doing you wrong. You're like, but I feel bad. But they're causing you stress. They're causing you stress, but see how naturally she goes, well, now I kind of feel bad. Did I overreact? You did not like what she was doing.
Don't feel bad.
She was
it's your place.
overstaying her welcome, and she was bringing
in
an extra person.
Sounds like in the past.
But it sounds like she paid back the debt, Eric. She paid back the debt.
Yeah, but this person's taking advantage.
Oh, for sure. But she's just a nice person, sounds like. Sucks.
Hey, you got to let go of that. I wouldn't be feeling guilt at all about
Sucks
that.
though, you got to see him, though, walk around.
Yeah.
In the hallways.
Well, it's awkward as
apartment complex.
If she wasn't seeing her and she was just out of her life and then she needs closure, that's one thing. But now she just sees her and she's just getting ignored. Or she doesn't know she should say something. Oh, hey, how's it going over there? Y'all want to go to the pool?
Well, maybe you should just strap one on and have that conversation with them. Rip the Band-Aid off, as Roula says.
If that's your friend, right? You should be able to have conversations that aren't always pleasant.
And a little bit of time will heal it,
too.
You're
friends.
Especially because they never had the conversation, hey, we're going to be official roommates now. I know you're helping me out. I'm helping you out, but we're going to be official roommates. No, it wasn't supposed to be long
permanent.
term. And did she say how long it had been that the friend had been with her now? She just said the friend was down on hard times. Now it's her turn to pay back. But that's pretty, what's the word? Like, oh God, I'm forgetting the word. You're, like you said, you take an inch. I mean, you take a mile.
You give an inch, they take a mile. I mean, it's like
pretty bold, I guess, to say, oh, thanks for letting me sleep here while I'm down in the dumps. Also, here's my new boyfriend that'll be sleeping.
Like, I would
over.
never even dream. Like, if I was down on my luck and I had to stay with somebody, I would never even dream of bringing another person into the place.
That's one thing I don't miss.
That's not your place.
I don't miss having roommates.
No, not at all.
I mean, obviously, you'd have to do it when you're younger to make ends
I did
meet.
till I was 27. I had a roommate.
Did you have roommates, Sam, or
no
just
more
college roommates?
I've
Like
always
roommates.
had college roommates, and then Mark and I moved in together once I graduated college. So I've never lived by
And
myself.
even after she got married, she had a roommate.
Yeah.
Remember we first met Sam?
Oh,
She had a roommate.
Yeah.
I had-
Jules. I think you lived at Jules' house, didn't you?
I had Mark's brother live with us in a 1-bedroom, 1-bath. He stayed with us for about like 3-4 months, maybe.
Oh, man.
And then,
Did he ever bring any girls over to the place?
I'm not going to answer that on air.
Which is answering it on air.
Just did it.
Which is
Then
answering it
I
on
went
air.
and lived with Jules. And Jules, that was so much fun.
But
As
why
I'm a
did
married woman.
People just
I'm
hearing
going to
are
live
like,
with Jules.
why did you leave your husband to go live with your best friend? Explain
Because
why
she's
you
my
live
best
with Jules.
friend.
Yeah.
Duh. Doesn't everybody do that? My husband decided to go to nursing school in Austin, and I was working with the Roula and Ryan show, and I didn't want to pack up everything yet and move to Austin. And thank goodness I didn't, because I think he lasted maybe he lasted
He did that semester, didn't he?
a semester in nursing school in Austin. So
Because he was
during
back
the
by
week,
December.
yeah, during the week he would go and stay in Austin,
This
and
is
then
a
on the
3-month
weekends,
experiment.
That's pretty much, with a huge bill to pay at the end of that experiment. But luckily, Jules...
Which is a different panic button topic for another time.
Should we just keep continuing this? No, but I moved in with Jules, and it was so much fun. I'm hoping she felt the same way, because it was chaos.
How many rooms did she have in her place?
She has 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms.
And how many dogs?
I know, exactly. So she has 2 dogs and a cat, and I have a dog. So
three
it's just
dogs,
like
a cat,
3
and 2
dogs.
girls.
Yes, it was so much
Was it
fun.
weird for your husband to
When he came back on the weekends to stay
Yeah.
with us? No, because Jules is like family. I'm very, very blessed for that relationship.
Because some people like their own space.
Luckily, her bedroom's upstairs, and like the kitchen, her bathroom, everything.
So she had
is
like
upstairs.
a townhouse?
Yeah. Well, no. It's a full house, but it's just 2
it's a
floors.
house. Okay.
Yeah. So her stuff is upstairs, and then we were able to have like the downstairs.
That's
So it
sweet.
didn't bother her. You know what I mean? Like it's not like we had to the doors were all
like-
downstairs. She was
Yeah.
upstairs, and yeah, it was fine.
So for
At least
the
I didn't think I
person-
bothered her.
For the person in the panic button is
You
not
did
really the
nothing
same
wrong.
situation.
No, doesn't sound like it.
If you just tuned in and you missed it, the girl calling us said she was down on her luck at some point in her life. This friend took her in and helped her get back on her feet. Then the tables turned and this friend was down on her luck. So this caller took that friend in to get her back on her feet. But then she started hooking up with the neighbor and bringing the neighbor over all the time and had like a third person in the house all the time. And she didn't like that.
Hey, you did the right thing. You stood your ground. You didn't sign up for that. You're trying to be
But
nice.
she never officially
and then
said
that person
stop
took
bringing
advantage.
him in here. She just had done the deadbolt that one time. Like, oh, we're done for the night, right? The house is closed. Oh, here he comes. And then she goes, well, if you don't like this, I'll just go live with him. All right.
Well,
I don't see that as a problem,
fine.
actually.
That's not a
What
problem.
I'm saying is, if you're about to be roommates, you need to have a talk. Like, okay, if we have somebody,
There need to be ground rules.
I can't stay here more than 3 nights in a row or something, or because my
Or just be
girlfriend in college, she would
respectful.
stay in my dorm
Yeah.
the whole time. Like now, I look back and go, man, my roommate probably hated that.
Oh, probably, unless
in
he
the same
was
room together and
a creeper.
Yeah,
I probably told y'all about this before, but when my husband now, when Booster moved in with me, it wasn't official, but he just stayed over all the time as soon as we started dating, and that got us evicted.
Oh, really?
Because
what, you got Mr. Roper there?
You legit got evicted?
Yes.
These two fellas living under the same roof.
Yes, Betty Butler. She evicted us, and she lived right next door. She
Why?
would,
Wow, not
she
giving
would
her
look
whole
in our
name.
windows too, because I'd play basketball inside. And
Well, maybe that had a little bit more to do with it. You playing basketball than you being gay. I think is probably not wanting to hear the racket.
She told us, she's like, I know that. I see his car parked around the corner. We try to be sneaky and park his car around the corner, not in the
God.
driveway. So you have to walk down the street, around the corner, and then come into the house.
She just didn't want two people living in the same place.
She didn't know. There was already 3 guys,
Uh-huh.
me, JR, and Josh. And then Booster came along, and
Now
she was
there's
like,
4.
no, he's not on the lease. He's staying there all the time. You guys have all got to go. So I know
Oh, I
that
bet the other roommates were not happy with you.
They were not, but they all got over it.
If I got evicted
Oh,
because you're
my
bringing over your
gosh.
boyfriend, I'd be pissed.
So what happened then? Then your friend JR, another guy,
They found their own spot.
They
Are
said,
y'all
"Oh,
still
we're leaving you
friends?
alone."
Are you guys still friends?
JR and I are still friends. However,
I'm with you, Roula.
I know we don't.
Like, if
we
I was
recently
sitting there.
haven't been talking because of something that happened with us and his husband.
Oh.
I know there's a lot of drama there, but it had nothing to do with the eviction. And that eviction was 23 years ago.
But
How
that's a
long
huge
had they
thing,
lived in that
Kev.
place?
To be kicked out of your space because
Because
your
of
roommates
you got
are
every- you got everybody
I'd be
kicked
so
out.
mad. I would key your
think
car.
That's like
Damn,
a friendship
Mel.
divorce.
About
Yeah.
4 or 5 months, I think we lived there. Not very long.
But how long had the other guys lived
Yeah,
there?
that's what I'm saying. 4 or 5 months.
5
we had
months.
all lived there, and Booster was there for maybe a month before we got the boot.
Oh, man.
So okay, let's
I would not
let's
be
break
happy
this
with
down
you.
for real. This lady, for whatever reason, had some other renter that she had in mind now that maybe she could charge them more.
Maybe.
And she just looked for the shenanigans
That
to
could
get
be
you
it.
out,
Yeah,
number
maybe.
one.
Yeah.
But still
We were paying our bills. We weren't really messing up the
I got
house.
4 guys in there playing basketball hours of the night.
Yeah, you see squatters. People take a house over and
Yeah.
they never pay for a year or
Anything.
two.
They just
and
move in and
lawyers.
refuse to leave.
I guess you guys could have done that move.
Yeah, just stayed there. Yeah, now that I know real estate law, we could have just stayed there. But
Did you put a hoop? How big are these ceilings?
it was one of those Heights houses with huge ceilings and
So this is like a
solid wood
Nerf
floors.
hoop
so
you
one
had up
whole
on the
room
wall?
was your basketball court.
The living room, I don't know why we did this.
Because you were 20.
Because we were 20 and stoned. And
But
just
you don't even like basketball.
That's
No,
what I was
I know.
thinking. I thought basketball was code for
That's
something.
what I thought at first too.
No,
Like,
no, we had an actual basketball.
Kevin's erotic games.
well, they're all jock straps. I don't understand. What's going on?
No, but I mean, that would be like, okay, so if Roland, Erica, and I were living together, we got our house, and all of a sudden we thought, Eric's bringing this girl over a lot. And then all of a sudden we're all evicted.
Oh, you guys would kill
We'd be
me.
furious with you.
Yeah, and I'd probably not talk to
No,
you
it's
again.
because we were playing lacrosse in the house, guys.
Lacrosse.
Lacrosse.
I mean,
new
they
code
liked
words.
they liked Booster, and it just was a situation
But
that
they didn't
happened.
like getting dumped on their ass.
Had we known that was coming, like, for real, she warned us, but we weren't. She ain't serious.
Did you
She
lose
ain't
your
serious.
deposit?
Ooh, I
See,
can't
that's what
remember
I'm
that.
saying.
I can't remember if we did or didn't.
I'm sure you did.
I don't. It, so many years ago.
Yeah.
Divorce-worthy
But they can remember
friendship
what?
starring Special K. And back to the panic button, lady. Well, get over it, I
Get
guess.
over
If
it.
she's going to
not your
be
fault.
shutting you out like that, it's not your fault.
I wouldn't lose sleep over it.
Easier said than done, but it's going to be weird for a while, and then you'll just find a new friend. Because that's
Yep.
so easy when you're in your 30s. Super easy to find
Yeah,
new
we've
best
done
friends.
many topics on that. That's so
Yeah.
easy.
Coming up next in Celebrity Scoop, everybody has their streaming services they pay for. But what if your cell phone and your streaming service were the same company? Like, you get the Sprints of the world and the T-Mobiles and the AT&Ts and Verizons, but then you got like Netflix phone. I'll tell you all about next on the Roula and Ryan Show.
Proud to introduce
Roula and Ryan's Celebrity Scoop.
KRVE.
Okay, we all like to watch something on our phone or at home on a streaming service. Seems like more and more the streaming services are winning over the network television services.
Yeah.
Like, right, providing
Say so.
entertainment. Well, word has it that Amazon Prime could eventually include cheap or free cell phone service. Bloomberg claimed that Amazon has been talking with T-Mobile and AT&T about working together on a new offering which would cost Amazon subscribers $10 or less a month. That would probably be a basic no-frills plan, but it could include like some 5G enhancements.
I like that.
Added. I don't mind that.
Hell, is that possible?
Yeah, Amazon Prime
They're
phone.
billionaire.
Amazon Prime phone bill.
Be a trillionaire probably in a few years.
No word of the other streaming services like Netflix and stuff getting in on it, but Amazon Prime is the first one. But the rumblings are happening with T-Mobile and AT&T are keeping hush on this.
Think about it. I mean,
Not a real comment from Amazon, but let's just see where this goes.
Amazon.
Do we
is
want
just-
this?
It's changed the way people buy things. Now it's going
Do
to
we
change
want
the way
this?
people like use their phone.
Do you know, true story, when Amazon first started, I was banned from Amazon
Why?
because I forgot that I bought something on there. And when it showed up on my Visa, this is back, remember Amazon
Oh, you
started selling
protested
books.
a charge?
And then they started selling products.
Right.
And a friend of mine was having a baby. It was baby shower. And it was like a specific theme. And somebody said, oh, you should go on Amazon so you can find that. And I did. It was like a Winnie the Pooh thing. So I buy it and I send it. I was like, wow, that's really easy. Like I shipped it to their house. Y'all, we're talking, this is like 18 years ago. This is a long time ago. Not like now. We're like, oh, just find it on Amazon. I'll be there like in 3 hours. No, that was totally revolutionary for me 18 years ago that I was just going to go on this website and they're going to do all the work for me. And then my friend got her baby gift. So I forgot about it. This is not an app on our phones. We didn't even have texting basically back then, right? And so I get this Visa statement. I go, what the hell is this crap? Somebody steal my card number?
Yeah, she looked
so
at it.
mad. And then I called Amazon or I called Visa and I go, this is crap. I don't know what this is. And they took it off. And then Amazon sent me an email saying that I've been banned as a customer for fraud.
What?
Oh, yeah, because you had the product.
Because I had the product and I just refused to pay for it.
How difficult is it to
And I was
fight
like,
something?
oh my God, I forgot I bought that.
You're like, oops.
Because that's how little we used it. And then it turned into Amazon. Like my son yesterday decided he wants a soccer jersey of Neymar Jr. and Cristiano Ronaldo. All of a sudden now he's turned on to soccer. And 5 times yesterday. Mommy, did you order my jerseys? Mommy, can you go on Amazon and get my jerseys? Mommy, can it be here like in 2 hours? I'm like, oh my God,
Go to
Amazon.
Sharpstown Mall, Plaza de las Americas. Every other store is a soccer shirt store.
Oh, really?
I would like to go with you, Special K, because I want to know what you know. Because that's the mall I grew up with, and I probably haven't been in that mall since JCPenney.
It might bring you to tears because it is rough but interesting.
Rough
So
but
you need a
interesting.
tour.
Yes.
That's
Bring back memories for you.
Or maybe not.
It's mostly jewelry stores. Like I can't believe there's that much jewelry sales happening.
Right.
It is an incredible amount of jewelry stores.
Is it
and
real
there's-
jewelry?
I think a lot of it is because they have real safes up in there. And real like armed guards with huge guns.
Whoa!
Huge guns.
Man, wow.
Like he's like, oh, welcome to the jewelry store. I'm scared.
Have any of you guys ever had to dispute a charge on your credit card where you
Yes.
said, like, no, I didn't get this and had to fight it?
More than one time, besides Amazon.
Is it difficult to do?
No, I think it just depends on what it was that you bought and.
I just got my credit card statement from Kevin's wedding when I was in Puerto Vallarta.
Here we go.
I got a charge on my card from a convenience store for $500. Now I don't
Try all
recall
those drugs you bought.
I didn't buy $500 worth of drugs. I bought
got 300 of
bought a
Xanax.
Z-Pack. No, it wasn't even the pharmacy. It was a convenience store. It wasn't even the Pharmacia.
Oh,
If you were drunk when you were buying it, you probably forgot you were in the
I wasn't.
convenience store that you thought was a pharmacy because they all sell everything. By the way, who is the biggest star in Hollywood? When you think about that, do you feel like there has to be asterisks on what makes you a big star? Or is it like most wanted A-list person to work with? Like what defines biggest star in
Biggest
Hollywood?
star,
like The Rock.
saying their name, and everybody, 9 out of 10 people on the street are going to know that
Think about
name.
it. You talk about something, a rock. You just say The Rock. Rock. And you
The Rock. You know who it is.
Yeah.
Like if I went out on the street right now and asked 10 people, you know who The Rock is, I'd say 9 of those 10 are going to know.
Well, I'm going to say that we know this person, but I think if I went around the world and I said this person's name, not as many would know him as other names. But Samuel L. Jackson is legitimately the biggest star in Hollywood. He is the highest grossing leading actor in the United States and Canada.
Enough is enough.
Movies featuring him have earned $5.72 billion.
But they're all earned it without him. Like they didn't need him.
Yeah, he wasn't the main star.
He just was smart
It's not
enough
like he
to
was-
attach himself to really good projects.
You got
And that's
Star
been
Wars
the case
universe
for
and
him
Marvels.
forever.
That's all you got the
And
Marvel
Jurassic.
world.
Yeah.
He was in the first Jurassic Park.
Yeah, but that was like 2 minutes.
I know, but no, he was like the guy.
Oh, did
I
he
guess
get...
he was
He's the guy that saves
yeah.
them, that figures out how
Oh,
to...
yeah, he was in the computer.
Eric,
world.
you
Yeah.
just gave a spoiler.
No, I was thinking another guy that was in the toilet. But that was a...
No, yeah, that
That was a
toilet
lawyer
guy
guy.
was in for 2
Yeah.
minutes. He was like an attorney or something. Next on this is Robert Downey Jr., followed by Scarlett Johansson,
Iron Man, Black Widow.
then Tom Hanks, then Tom Cruise. 5 biggest
I would think Tom
stars in
Cruise would
Hollywood.
even be bigger right now.
Yeah.
Top Gun Maverick. He's got the Mission Impossible
That looks
franchise.
cool. They're showing the previews now.
Which he's not happy with because IMAX said they're only going to give him a week in IMAX before Oppenheimer bumps it out. He is complaining loudly to Paramount executives that he wants Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1 that comes out July 12 to play in IMAX for longer. It's only going to play
I can see why he's
for a week.
mad. I mean, that Christopher Nolan Oppenheimer movie does look good, but I don't think that's going to be a major blockbuster.
I don't know what that's about.
Not like
It's
his.
Oppenheimer is the guy who developed the nuclear bomb,
Yeah.
the atomic bomb.
As a Houston kid growing up, I think that was a store. I used to watch like repeats of different
Oppenheimer.
strokes
Isn't there
or
a
something.
song,
It's called
Oppenheimer's?
Oppenheimer's.
I thought that was a song.
I don't
You're
know.
thinking of Laverne and Shirley.
I'll have to Google
Shirley's-
Oppenheimer's.
Were they
just making up words there?
We're gonna do
Making up
it.
words.
Must have been making up words.
Yeah. Anyway,
Now I gotta know what the hell they said.
Google the lyrics to Laverne and Shirley's song.
My name is your name too. Oppenheimer Schmidt. or
I don't
something
know.
like that.
Your name is
Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. His name is my name too.
That's what I'm thinking of.
Whenever I go out, the people always shout, "There goes John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt." La, 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 la.
Oh my God! Everybody in this room but me knows this. How is this possible?
How do I know it?
Is it a TV show?
No, it's just like
Like
because
a
you went to a
nursery
private
rhyme.
school.
I have to look this up now.
John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt.
That's it.
That's what it was. Yeah.
John Jacob Jingleheimer
Jingleheimer
Schmidt.
His name is my name too.
Well, mine
Whenever we go
were.
out.
Here's my.
People always shout.
Here's my little.
That was on the
nursery
same.
rhymes as an immigrant. Holy Doxa, holy God. That's what my mom used
Yeah,
to
we
sing.
don't know.
Nope.
Nope.
That's on that same album that would be like,
Doesn't sound as fun.
hello, mudda, hello, fudda, here we are at Camp Granada. And then was the other one,
Shaving cream.
Cream.
Be nice.
My
and
baby
clean.
fell out of the window. You thought that his head would be split.
Oh,
Good
I don't
luck
know
must
that
have
one.
been with him. He fell in a bucket of shaving cream. Be nice and clean.
Oh gosh. I must have missed that
It was like
one.
the Monster Mash and all these
The Monster Mash.
silly songs you'd get.
I gotta look up Oppenheimer nursery rhyme. Keep going.
No, it's not Oppenheimer. It's John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt.
Oh.
It's not Oppenheimer.
Well, then
Oppenheimer is the man.
Oppenheimer-
He's the man that created the atomic bomb.
Yeah, because of
Oppenheimer.
him.
But how do we get from Oppenheimer to you guys doing the nursery
Because it sounded
rhyme?
like-
Because it sounded like John Jacob Jingleheimer
And it
Schmidt.
also sounded like the name in the beginning of the
Jingleheimer.
Laverne and Shirley song. Like, we are the kings of digression.
No time
Employees.
for news now. Okay.
Jingleheimer. I'm
John
looking
Jacob Jingleheimer
Oh,
Schmidt.
yeah, here it is. Song by Barney.
Yeah, even Barney did it.
Barney did it.
And it's
Barney
on,
was,
it's
Barney
on the
was not
Sesame
the
Street
original.
Kids' Favorite Songs album.
Jingleheimer Schmidt. Hey, kids. I've got a head trauma.
I bet you thought I was dead.
Yeah, that was Billy Madison.
Yeah.
And there's what's going down in
No. Real quick. All right. Employees at more than 24 HISD schools just learned that they're going to have to reapply for their jobs. The new TEA Superintendent Mike Miles is calling for the new education system. That's what they're calling it. He's starting with 29 schools and undertaking what he calls a whole-scale systematic reform.
This could be a good thing, guys.
He's asking
We have
every
talked to
employee.
teachers who work with teachers that they say should not be teachers anymore.
Oh.
So this could be a good way to weed them out.
Don't they get like $96,000?
Who does?
The ones that reapply or something?
Well, let me finish the story. He's asking every employee, from principals to maintenance workers at Wheatley, Cashmere, and North Forest feeder systems, to reapply for their jobs this summer. The TEA, the Texas Education Agency, has consistently ranked those 3 schools as the worst in the district. Miles has promised not to close any schools in the first year, but said closures are likely after that.
Closure. Different.
I just hope they can fix the problem. Whatever
I know,
it is.
I
For
know.
years, I mean, I know people are upset that they're taking over, but will somebody do something? Let's try to figure something out.
It's sad that we're the 4th biggest city in America, and we have to have the state take over our education system. That's what's going down in H-Town. That's because they didn't learn John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt.
Yes.
And Oppenheimer. Okay, Rose's updates. We had one today with Kate and Alan, the most uninterested man in the history of Roses. If you missed what happened last Thursday, we'll give you a recap and what happened with Kate after next on the Roula and Ryan Show.
There are a ton of social networking websites, but one stands apart for a very special reason. This one saves lives. It's MatchingDonors.com. MatchingDonors.com links organ donors with people in need of kidney and other transplants. In the U.S., 22 people die each day waiting for an organ transplant, most of them for kidneys. If you've ever considered becoming a living organ donor, or if you're someone in need of an organ transplant, visit MatchingDonors.com, home of the greatest gift of all, the gift of life. MatchingDonors.com.